What is up, XRP community? Welcome back to another video. Let's hop right into the action. I want to talk about a few general crypto stories, and then there's some big tweets from the head lawyer from Ripple calling out the SEC chairman Gary Gensler. I also want to talk about some XRP whale movements. And then I have this great video from this guy. He's kind of low-key on Twitter, Mr. Man XRP, and he shows some really compelling information. So let's hop right into it. And speaking of Twitter, if you guys use Twitter, give me a follow. The link's in the video description below. So interesting thing about stablecoins. I know there's a lot of FUD in the markets. A lot of people are saying this isn't a crypto winter, it's a crypto death. But this is what happens in bear markets, right? Countries ban crypto. There's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. But keep in mind, the Bank of International Settlements made a law implemented in January 1st, 2025 that says central banks can now hold 2% of their reserves in cryptocurrency. I covered this in my last video. It's some of the most bullish news we've seen in crypto in a while. But it's a perfect example of the dichotomy of when there's blood in the streets, these big power players are making moves. So look at this about stablecoins. According to Coinmetric data, on-chain stablecoin settlements reached over 7 trillion in 2022 and are expected to end the year at around 8 trillion. While the largest card network, Visa, processes 12 trillion a year. So think about that. Visa's been around for decades. I'm not sure how long, but I know my whole life. And stablecoins have only really been around USDC for a few years. And they're already encroaching on 75% of the market share of credit cards. If this doesn't let you know that cryptocurrency is here to stay, it's a thing of the future, I don't know what will. A great example is think of the internet bubble. When the internet was going crazy, I was like 5 years old. But a lot of people said the internet was just for email. And in the 90s, I could understand how someone would think that. It's kind of hard to wrap your mind around the potential of a very innovative technology. And cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is just like the internet, but a whole new revolution. Big news with FTX. Alameda's Caroline Ellison, this was Sam Bankman-Fried's girlfriend. She escapes a potential 110-year prison sentence. She signed a plea deal with the Office of the United States U.S. Attorney, and she could have been sentenced to up to 110 years in prison. Okay, why is this important? Well, I've said in my previous videos, Sam Bankman-Fried is likely going to get off. He's the guy that scammed $10 billion from his users in the FTX exchange meltdown. And this lady ran the hedge fund, Alameda Research. Okay, fun fact, there's video clips of Sam Bankman-Fried talking about the name Alameda Research, why they called it Alameda Research. And they called it Alameda Research so that banks would be warmed up to the name. If they had crypto or blockchain in the name, they were afraid banks would not take their money. And so it just goes to show how shady this guy is, even down to the naming of his hedge fund. He was gaming everything. But I wanted to cover this because I think it's good news that Sam Bankman-Fried is going to face the consequences of his actions. If you guys want $41 guaranteed, not much is free in the world, let alone money. But if you sign up with Webull, deposit just a penny, you get a minimum value guaranteed of $41. You can get up to $15,000 in free stock shares, but typically you just get $40 to $300. However, you're guaranteed $41 for signing up and depositing a penny. Withdraw, sell the stocks, close your account the next week, do whatever you want with it, but don't miss out on this. It does end soon. Links in the video description below. Here's a tweet from Stuart Alderati, the head lawyer at Ripple. He says, when Chair Gensler said that investors were left holding the bag, he may want you to believe that he's talking about FTX's customers who lost billions. This is not true. He's referring to FTX's sophisticated equity investors. The SEC has lost the plot line. So the SEC is supposed to be protecting investors, right? FTX, the biggest Ponzi, the Bernie Madoff of the young people's generation, they're not even going after our money. They're only going after credited investor money. So people that already have tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars, those are the people the SEC is fighting for. It's absolutely despicable, and it goes against everything America was made to represent, but maybe America's lost a bit of that. And if you guys enjoy my videos, all I ask is that you hit the like button. It supports the video a lot, so thank you in advance. Go Will Smith that like button. Another great heater from Stuart Alderati, head Ripple lawyer. The SEC admits that FTX customer assets were used to bail out BlockFi. BlockFi went bankrupt this month. 2 months ago, the SEC settled with BlockFi for $100 million. So the head Ripple lawyer, he's really throwing some knives here. He says, were those customer assets funneled to the SEC to make payments on the $100 million SEC BlockFi settlement? Imagine that blow up. Imagine how that would reflect upon Gary Gensler. FTX customer assets were used to bail out BlockFi. Where do you think BlockFi got this $100 million to pay the settlement? Did the SEC bother to conduct any due diligence on the source of those funds? Probably not. And we can probably deduce, I'm just speculating, that customer assets were used for BlockFi to pay the SEC, right? Gary Gensler's attacking XRP. He's attacking Ripple. He's filing lawsuits against Kim Kardashian. The biggest Ponzi scheme of the past 15 years, FTX, happens in front of his eyes while he's supposed to be protecting investors. And he doesn't even go after the retail people that lost money. He's only fighting for the millionaires, the decamillionaires, the market makers. And then on top of that, he's not even looking into the source of funds for these settlements. Despicable stuff. Some good news here. MoneyGram launches MoneyGram Online in Brazil, developed in partnership with Ripple. They are partnered with TravelX, Ripple's major XRP on-demand liquidity partner, bank in Brazil. I like to cover whenever we see these headlines. You almost get a few of these a week, but it just goes to show in this bear market, even with the SEC lawsuit, Ripple doesn't care. The SEC can't end Ripple and XRP. XRP is separate from the company Ripple, and it will persist without Ripple. They can also move out of the USA. But you got to ask yourself, why would the USA want to push out one of the most innovative financial technology companies? In 2008, we had that financial crisis. It was a liquidity crisis. What does XRP do? On-demand liquidity. Did we fix the 2008 financial crisis? No. We bailed out the banks. And what was magically created in 2009? Bitcoin by a guy named Satoshi Nakamoto. And fun fact, guys, Satoshi Nakamoto, it's a Japanese name. Take a moment to look up what does Satoshi mean in Japanese. And then take a moment to look up what does Nakamoto mean in Japanese. I know I'm going down a rabbit hole, but in a crazy world, speaking truth is crazy, right? There's rumors the CIA is really who created the internet. If you have already looked up Satoshi Nakamoto in Japanese, it translates Nakamoto central domain and Satoshi intelligence wisdom. Central intelligence. Now, maybe that's just a coincidence. I don't know. But Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency. It was designed to be peer-to-peer payments. It's been co-opted by the elites, and it will never be scalable. XRP has been around for a decade. Not a lot of cryptocurrencies have tested the test of time. If you look at the top 10 cryptos of 2013, none of them are here today except Bitcoin. Look at the top cryptos of 2017. None are here but Bitcoin, ETH, and XRP. And like Brad Garlinghouse said, 99% of crypto will go extinct. The only cryptos that will last are the ones with utility and product market fit. If you guys are still watching the video, thanks for joining me. Comment MoneyGram below. That means you made it to the end of the video. So if you comment this below, I know you're one of my loyal viewers. And it really helps the channel when you watch the full video. So thank you in advance. God bless you all. Happy holidays. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Until next time.